Aquarius, hi. So this is going to be a reading for May 11th through the 17th. And I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And then I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended at the end of the video. You can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Bumpy start, Baba, huh? We're jumping on the table. Make up your mind. You want the squirrel, you don't want the squirrel, you make up your mind. You're torturing the squirrel there. The overall energy for the reading, the Fool. Energy super open. Physical stuff happening, not so much though. In the physical, you're way too in your head. But we'll get there. In the recent past, the Page of Wands, the Tower, the Sun. I see you kind of innocent in there. Showing up, just open to something and just kind of... You know, I'll give something the benefit of the doubt and super open in your energy, super almost curious, like, okay, let's see what happens, but from a almost naive point. And then it just blows up in your face or something. But then it turns into a blessing that it did. So kind of like that, whatever the hell happened here. In the current situation, the Eight of Swords, the Two of Swords, the High Priestess, you're super stuck in your head. And beyond that, your intuition is trying to get your attention. Like, hey, Aquarius, I'm right here. Use me. And you're like, no, I got some other stuff to do here. Okay. In the immediate future, the Four of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, the Six of Swords. Okay, you're calming down. Really stepping into a place of just being. You know, your mind is no longer taking hold of you. And you're figuring out that maybe you should walk away from something here, and you're actually starting to do just that. Okay. Probably the reason that you're confused. That's what you're walking away from. But let's see the Fool. The Strength card, the King of Swords, the Empress. I got a sense of I've endured a lot here. You know, I put up with a lot in a situation that has to do with somebody else. Somebody that indeed you care deeply about, but still. You've been through a lot here. You're still trying to keep yourself open as much as possible to the situation, but it's getting very difficult to keep on staying open to it. Let's do the Page of Wands. The Four of Swords, the King of Wands, the Two of Wands. Yeah, look, you were genuine. You were showing up in there, you know, super open, super honest. This is why I'm here. This is what I want from the situation. Like, everything was clear cut. And again, with the sense of open arms, a sense of, yeah, I'm here for this. Then what the fuck happened? For the Tower, you get the Eight of Cups, the Star, the Judgment card. Who decided that this is not something they want? You, then? Because if it was you, it's quite redundant because it shows up quite abrupt. So it's like, okay, so 1 minute you're super open to something and you're very accepting of that something, and then the next minute you shut down. Not even you can do it that fast. I don't know. But I don't think it's you. I think somebody decided here, I'm no longer going to be a part of this. Or I never will, or I never was. So no, this is... Because it almost makes you look like you're fantasizing about something, like it's not real. You know? Like, what are you talking about? Well, I came here to buy the red car. What red car? There's no red car in the lot. What are you talking about? You know, it makes you look a little bit like that. It could have been you. I don't know. You could be that fucking fast. I don't know. In changing your mind or your everything. Openness to closed. For the Sun, you get the Ace of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, the Seven of Wands. See, because it redirected you. So whatever the hell happened there, let's say you were walking a path in your life, right? And then at some point you stop, and there's a smaller path that has that. The whole, oh my God, I'm super open to it. So you start walking on that, but then it shuts down. It's like dead end. That's it. You know? It feels almost like you can't go back to the path you came from, so there's another path right here. Take this one. And I think that's what happened. Even though a little bit resistant, because it's like, well, if I take this path, how will I know for sure that I can come back in case I get lost and, you know, back to my old path? I think that was the point. I think whatever happened there was supposed to redirect you. The path that this puts you on looks quite good and quite the right path for you in that moment in time. But you had a resistance to it because of that, because you were scared that if I fuck this up or something happens here, what if I don't remember my way back to my original path? I think that was the point, for you to not find your way back to that, because there was probably it's almost a redirection there in life for you that happened based off of, and it potentially turned out to be good. So it's one of those where you look back at what just happened and you're like, oh, okay, I think that was actually good that it happened, you know? While in the moment it didn't feel that good. Okay, but in the current situation for the Eight of Swords, you get the King of Cups, the Six of Wands, the Seven of Pentacles. So, oh, hold on, because your energy shows up good. Your energy shows up as if you're walking this new path, you're in a good place, and then things open up. You find yourself in front of 100 doors. That slowly but surely, all of them open up. And it's like, oh, what do I do? They all look good, they all feel good, what do I do? Which one do I take? You know, can I take them all? Can I not? Can I take half? That's what's keeping you stuck up here. So you're coming from a good energy here. I thought something happened, but no. Well, something did happen, but something good. You're kicking cliches ass. You got too many options over something. Okay, let me do the Two of Swords. For the Two of Swords, you get the Hangman, the Four of Wands, the Lovers. I feel like the biggest challenge here would be, because I think this is not just concerning you, and that's it. I think there's somebody else involved here. So I think that's the biggest challenge. Because if it was just you, it would be your door, you're good to go. Whatever happens, happens. But no, you got to take other energies into consideration, at least another one. So that's the biggest challenge. That's why you're up here and stuck almost. Like, okay, how do I make this fit for everybody involved, you know? Okay. So the cherry on top is the fact that there's another energy at least involved here, if not more. That you're connected to deeply. Or it could be that those doors are specifically for you, but depending on which one you take, it might impact this dynamic. That again seems to be fairly important to you. For the High Priestess, you get the Ace of Wands, the Eight of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles. That's the thing, because ultimately it is for you. It is your choice. It is your... And I get the fact that you're kind of trying to incorporate the other energies in the sense of, well, somehow it'll impact the other energies. Got it. I get where you're coming from. But this is your journey. What's behind those doors is your journey. Will it impact something else, someone else? Probably. But doesn't it always? You know, our choices might impact others that we're connected to here and there. And it's the thing is, your energy is in a good place, and whatever it is that you choose there, it's almost like none of those doors can fail you. So you're going to make the right choice regardless. Will it impact this dynamic? Probably. Potentially in a positive way, because again, your energy in those doors carry good energy. So why worry about, where this is going to go, how it's going to be impacted, how it's going to change, how it will anyway. Well, let's say you don't walk through any of those doors. What do you think is going to happen? There's still going to be a change upon this dynamic, because you've shifted. You've taken away from yourself, from your path. So that's going to create something within you. When that creates something within you, you're going to show up changed within this dynamic. So, whichever way you want to look at this from, this is still going to be impacted one way or another. I may do the Four of Swords in the immediate future. You get the Death card, the Ten of Cups, the Five of Wands. Kind of considering here to put an end to something. I feel like you're kind of weighing your options there with this particular dynamic. There's a dynamic you're showing me here, and I almost see you making a list, with good points and not so good points. They're kind of equal, if you ask me. So it's not like, okay, it's too many bad points here or too many good points here. But I still see you weighing your options there. This could have to do with a specific environment that did you good for the longest time, but now it's time to figure out what you want to do here. Do you want to still be part of that? Maybe not. Do you want to switch things up a bit? And the consideration of ending it all is definitely on the table here. And it comes from you. After taking some time and thinking about it. Page of Pentacles in the immediate future. You get the Four of Cups, the Sun, the Six of Pentacles. This is basically you potentially outgrowing a particular situation. So, again, whatever it is you're experiencing is bringing a lot of growth for you personally. That's going to impact all sorts of things you're connected to. So not just that dynamic that you're pointing at and are worried about, but all sorts of other things. Maybe you used to, really enjoy spending your Sundays with your family, but now whatever it is that you're doing, that doesn't fit anymore, maybe you're thinking about another idea to still carry through a sense of, I still want to meet up with my family, but maybe in a different way at a different time. So it could change, so this looks like a typical case of outgrowing a situation, basically, because you've grown. And she's grown a lot. Hi, baby girl. I don't have the brush with me. She loves brushing. I can't believe she loves brushing to such extent that she follows me around. When I have the brush in my hand, she just shows up. Which is great, because now I discovered how to get her when we're going to bed, because otherwise she's playing hide and seek. For the Six of Swords in the immediate future, you get the Ace of Cups, the Knight of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, look, your life is shifting a little bit, for the better, by the way. But through that, and ultimately I see you recognizing that, but through that, you're going to have to let some things go, because they don't belong in this new frequency you're jumping into. So there's going to be some things, some situations, some people, some places, some things you're going to have to let go. And that's exactly what you're doing, especially in the immediate future. And ultimately, I see you recognizing that, because they don't fit anymore. So that's basically what's going on. If right now you're kind of considering what door to take, once you decided, okay, this is what I'm going to do, then things are going to start happening. There's things that, again, you may need to let go of. Let me see what the universe has as a final advice for you. The King of Wands, the Three of Swords, the Knight of Swords. And I get where you're coming from. Again, I want to do it as painless as possible, you know, for everybody involved. Like, my intention here is to not hurt anybody. Great. That's a good, you know, intention to start this off with. But also be aware that you have no control over that. If somebody's offended or hurt by you following your own path, maybe they should go. I don't know. I'm just saying, you know. Anyways, that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye.